What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here, and today we got some massive, and I mean massive, information regarding Rainbow Six Siege for not only year 5, but we got some information for year 6, and I'm telling you guys, this video is going to be a long one. We have a lot of things to talk about. Now, for one, this whole season of year 5 is getting back to the roots of what the Ubisoft team wanted to do with Siege, and we can admit that Siege has kind of diverted and found its identity. But now the developers want to find a way to just continue and get what they wanted the game to be, along with what the community has established this game to be. And we got a kind of a roadmap for year 5, and I will admit it looks pretty cool, and some people might find it disappointing. Now, the first 2 seasons is basically pretty standard. 2 new operators, a map. So in this case, we're going to get an Oregon rework and a house rework, which in my opinion, I'm excited that house is getting a rework. We got 1 event like usual, and we're getting the battle pass for the season, which I'm all for. They're using the money for the battle passes to, kind of push esports, pro esports, and it's great. Now, season 3 and season 4 is a little bit, we're getting something different. We're getting, obviously Skyscraper and Chalet rework. We're getting the arcade with the battle pass. We're also now getting only 1 operator per season, 1 new operator, but they're adding in something brand new, core gameplay and reworks. Pretty cool, and the reworks they have established of it being, kind of reworking operators. They've kind of news dropped that. In the year 6, we didn't get much, but we got a confirmation we're going to get 1 new operator each season, the battle pass, and obviously new maps. They didn't really talk about anything else besides that, but they're going to continue to push forward their core gameplay and reworks mechanics into the game, which they said is not only going to be, beginning of the season, they're also going to push this in the middle of the season and keep the seasons alive, and I'm all for that. It is very, very exciting. Now, one thing from this I'm pretty, ecstatic about is that we've got confirmation that we're going to get new gadgets. So, these new gadgets are working to be universal. So, basically how the impact grenade was added in, the claymore was added in. We're getting something like a hard breacher for attackers, which I think is pretty crazy. So, what they described it as is that we're going to get a hard breach, grenade or whatever. Something to do minimal stuff, because they're not going to want to completely make Thermite, Maverick, and Habana obsolete, but they want to give teams options to, vary their attacks. If, you only need 1 hatch open, this little gadget can break open the hatch, and I'm all for that. I think it's a great balance, and I think something it was always needed, especially with these, these operator bands. But they're also including spotting, which I think is pretty cool. You might have just seen it on screen right now. Ways to communicate to your team without actually vocalizing it. Now, do I know how long this is going to last? I don't know if it's going to be spotted permanently. I kind of hope not. I kind of hope it's pings. There's also a motion detector, which is going to ping people around. You're going to hear them and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool. Defense is going to get that, like a motion detector. We're also getting confirmation that Tachanka is going to get a full rework. And when I mean full rework, I mean this guy looks savage. He has not only a primary light machine gun, he has an incendiary grenade that is his secondary gadget. It seems like he shoots a grenade. It's a grenade launcher actually, and I'm just blown away by what the hell is going on. Like, Tachanka has the potential to be the most overpowered defensive anchor in the game, and I'm all for that, man. 4 years of neglect, 4 years the Lord became a meme, and Lord Tachanka's coming for revenge. It's Lord Tachanka time some point in year 5. I'm guessing season 3 is going to be the only operator rework we're going to get, but I'm curious to see what other operator reworks come about. But yeah, man, Tachanka, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, and I cannot wait. I mean, cannot wait to utilize and just see how Tachanka plays in the game. Now, one thing to keep in mind too is that we're also getting changes to ranked in terms of bans. Now, we're going to maintaining our standard operator bans. You ban an operator, attack and defense, they do the whole 9. But one thing that's different is that we are getting map bans, and this is something I've really, really wanted. You basically is going to give it 3 random maps. You get to pick which map you want to go against, and it's pretty damn cool. Now, something minor on top of that is they're adding something for player behavior. So it's a kind of a personal record, resume for how you play. If you're a toxic player, it's going to tell you you're a toxic player. If you're, an okay medium attitude player, you're fair and everything. If you're an outstanding, player, they're going to mention that. But this is not based off your skill. This is just based on how you are with the community, how toxic you are you not toxic, all this other stuff. Now, on top of the, standard stuff we've got with all this new stuff, the house rework, we got some footage of it, and it's looking pretty damn awesome. House is the first map we've ever played Siege with, that and playing, and I think it's just poetic that we're finally getting back to this, and we're getting a more balanced, more thought out of, map that is based around what we, what we play as now. Because we can also admit that, back when we first played Siege to what we play now, it's entirely different, more fast paced, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every bit about it. Now, in general, what do I think about year 5 so far? Year 5 is shaping up to be phenomenal. I cannot wait to get every bit of year 5. We're getting a little bit of content drop off in terms of operators, and we're not getting as much, but I'm all for what they're doing. They want to change up the gameplay and instill the vision that they want Siege to be. We all can admit that Siege has some ways to go. It's not perfect. Obviously, the netcode's not perfect, but some of the gameplay balances are a little bit ridiculous, and there is ways to bypass the meta of the game and do all this other stuff. So they're working to give more variety to a game that already has so much variety, and I'm all for that. Now, one last thing I want to talk about is year 6. Now, year 6 is going to also be next gen supported. I forgot to mention that with year 5, but year 6 is mainly going to be next gen supported. They talked about how Siege is coming next gen. Now, I don't think they're going to have a whole new game. I only listened to it a little bit. I didn't really pick up, but based off what we know with PS5, backwards compatible, you can play PS4 games. Hopefully, I can just download my application to PS5, play Rainbow Six Siege on my PS5, and have a time of my life. That's one thing I'm really excited for about year 5. And just the fact that they talked about how they want each operator to have an impact. And starting from season 3 for year 5, they want to focus on the operators being added in to have a meta impact to the stage. They've also mentioned how they feel like since they're adding 2 new operators, they can't fully flush out, these new operators and have them make an impact without dramatizing the game. We all know what Blackbeard did when he got added in. He was very dramatizing, and that did not work well for anybody. But in all, I am super ecstatic for what we got for year 5. I cannot wait to see what year 6 has to offer. But honestly, I will admit, I'm a bit surprised at what we got. I thought I'll be disappointed by learning that we're going to get 1 new operator, starting from season 3 on. But I'm all for it. The way they're designing it, the way they're talking about it, I am all for that shift and, how they want to approach new operators. But in all, let's see where Siege takes us. Let's see what happens. Now, the reworks we got are Oregon, we already know. House that we already talked about. We're getting Skyscraper in Season 3. Season 4 is Chalet. So, no new maps. A little unfortunate about that. But let's hope for the best that at least we see Favela rework in year 5, or year 6, right? That's all I want. Favela rework, year 6. Please give it to me. Now, also let me know what operators you think need a rework. Like they mentioned that operators will be getting a rework. Let me know who you think deserves a rework. I think after Tachanka, Blitz needs a rework, and I'm all for that because Blitz is kind of really weird to use. He is not broken. He can either be overpowered or can extremely horrible. Just depends on what coin you toss. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about year 6 and year 5 in total. What do you want in year 6? What operator reworks you would like? And what are your overall thoughts about what Ubisoft is doing for year 5? I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. But until next time, guys, all I gotta say for this one, make sure you like this video if you found it informative, enjoyed it, and also subscribe for the channel for more Rainbow Six Siege gameplay, news videos, all that good stuff, as well for other games too. But that's all I gotta say on this one. Till next time, guys, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.